What's going on, ladies and gents? Let's take a look at the newest build from Bobby Vu, aka To Die For. Welcome everybody, MikeOfAllTrades. This is the channel, and first off, first and foremost, shout out to Bobby for shooting me an advanced copy of this build that's going to be made for the public for you, well, right now. So, if you guys remember this video, Bobby sent PCs to myself and a couple of content creators about a PC that could run Killer Instinct. That's PC will be right there to the video if you want to check it out, right? But what Bobby's doing this time is he's got a 2 terabyte file for you to download or to get in touch with him if you want to get it. If you're honestly might be out of space or whatever else, right? For you to get this build. So just like the other one, this is plug and play. Take the hard drive, you can plug it into a PC. The PC I'm using today is from like 2012 or 2013. I got it from a pawn shop for like 105 bucks. It's got an i5 in it, 16 gigabytes of GDDR3. Yeah, I said 3 RAM, and it's inside of an ABS Dreadnought case, right? To be moving around the menus and stuff and playing the games, we're going to be using this. Now, I don't want to get too much of it away, but if the custom splash screen is anything to go by, you guys know that Bobby put his foot in this one. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at it, because you guys can already kind of see it in my background. So here's the build, right? So you've got everything. There's Model 3, Namco, there's Naomi, Neo Geo. Just anything you imagine, it's literally on here. So name a system all the way up until PS2, it's up here. And there's even an adult section, so yeah. But the UI is very clean. You know, you can get into things when you get it. You do have to set it with a keyboard, but you can currently use it as I stated before. We go through the menus. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but you skip to the next one. You guys can see I'm using the Kombat drone. And I did a video of this on the Mo Plays channel, so if you guys want to check it out, there you go. But, and then left to right will help you advance as well. But all the systems, you name it, even like Flash games and stuff on here. From what I understand, there's over 37,000 builds on here, so if you want to go into MAME, I'm gonna play your MAME games. It's all listed on the side. So let's just let's load up something random, right? Let's load. Gosh, there's like so much you could load up, right? But again, it's extensive, right? It's literally extensive from what you can go into, and there's legitimately that many games in here. Also, in the PC, I forgot to mention, right? But I am running a GT 1030 in it. Again, I just want to show what minimal you need to really run it. I do have a GTX 1660 Super that I was gonna put in here, but I'm like, you know what? We don't need to do all that, man. This is good enough, right? So you got your Final Burn Neo, whatever else, right? Let's just load into a game. Let's do that, So if you can imagine it, it's on here. And you guys can just see how many freaking games are on here. It's actually kind of bananas. Sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming. So if you want to play NES, right? And let's say you want to play a Nightmare on Elm Street, right? You can load a Nightmare on Elm Street. Listen, I used to play a lot of this when I was a kid. Don't judge me, right? But it operates. You know what I'm saying? You go around punching snakes and stuff. And I have the volume turned down to like 40, because I didn't want it like blowing out anybody's eardrums. But you can definitely do this, you know. And then what you're basically doing, you're looking for a house to run in. Oh my gosh, this game is just as bad as I remember it, right? And this is one of those LJN games, you know what I mean? But if you want to get out of it, you can hit the button, you get a hotkey, you can do that, right? But again, so Game Boy, Super Nintendo. What's really cool is that this actually runs Nintendo 64, right? And so with Nintendo 64, you want to use something like an actual controller, plug it into your PC and whatnot, and it functions. It runs really freaking well, you know. Again with freaking with a fight stick, you know. So you can load up anything in here. So if you want to load up, or you know, like if you want to scroll down or whatever else, let's load something like, I don't know, Killer Instinct Gold. Let's roll KI Gold, right? And it runs the game well. Again, this is something you want to do with a joystick. And if you remember the code, it's ZBA, ZAR, or whatever else. But you can load it up. You can get busy. I don't even know if these buttons are set. We're going to find out, though. Let's see. See, okay, so I have those buttons. So I have these. Yeah, these are not set up. But again, if you want to set the buttons, you could you can pull up the hotkey button, or you can use F1 and you can go in there and set them up. So, but you guys see, 64 emulation on the previous build was really bad, and on this build it's great. And if you're feeling froggy, you can even play some Nintendo 3DS. This I'm going to recommend. You do have a mouse plugged in for it, but you know he's included a couple bangers. You know what I'm saying? Some of that good Pokemon-ish, right? So Atomic Wave is on here. So if you want to go ahead and you want to get your Guilty Gear on, you can absolutely get your Guilty Gear on, right? And the thing is, it's so seamless and it's so smooth for the previous build that Bobby has put out for the community. You know, once again, he's not charging for this. This is free, you know. Where's my coin button? There it is. All right. So. And everything just loads fast. Now again, this PC is from like 2012. This was a high-end PC back in 2012. Do we have a dust button? Okay, we got 4 keys, and that's fun. Again, it's one of those things where you want to. But again, this is just to show you guys that the Atomic Wave is running really smooth. Like you don't have to get a Mr. Dolphin. Try not to play too much of this because you know we'll get too involved. But this is survival mode, and you guys can see it runs fine. But the one thing that's on here that I was actually impressed with that runs. And Bobby forgot to add in the build, but I had to put it in, was mother effing Sega Saturn. Now, when I spoke earlier about putting another card in, you know, when I did say, hey, put a more powerful graphics card in, so when you load up something like Virtua Fighter 2, you know, you do want to have something that's a little beefier to run this. See, because it's auto-loading my save. You guys can hear that a little bit. It does work. It just, again, it needs more of a card. But, yeah, it absolutely works. And it's just Virtual Fighter because literally you could load up like something like, oh, I don't know. I haven't loaded it yet, so let's load Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, right? And you can absolutely load it, absolutely be cool, and it runs like a dream. And you guys, and girls who don't know, Sega Saturn is probably one of the most hardest emulated consoles out there. It goes Sega Saturn, Nintendo 64, and this build's literally running them both flawlessly. So you can probably go on eBay, you can probably catch a card. You can probably get away with throwing like a 7050 Ti in there, or a 950 Ti, or something like that. You know, something that's cheap that you can literally just play with and have fun with. So I am genuinely impressed by this build. Let's show my horrible Mortal Kombat skills real fast. But again, we are playing Sega Saturn on this old rinky dink. Literally. And it's actually really cool to see. So and you guys can see it. It's the Sega Saturn version of Mortal Kombat. Now this build doesn't have the Japanese games. So that's something you guys want to keep in mind. So if you're looking for Marvel vs. Street Fighter or X-Men vs. Street Fighter, those aren't on here. You can pretty much just add them yourself. You can go to the files and add the ROMs. You know, I'm not the person to tell you how to get them or where to get them, but you can definitely do that, right? And because it's Sega Saturn version, you guys see a little loading because, you know, technically it's emulating off the console. But all right, so let's see. That's that. Where's the block button? Where's block? There's block, so that means that's one. Okay. All right. So that's block, so that means we can do this, and then we do some of that, and then we can do. But don't nobody in the comments tell me I'm trash at this. I'm already knowing. I already know I'm trash. You know what I'm saying? But again, he has it stretched out to 1916x9. You can fix that. I'm waiting for everybody to be like, you suck in Mortal Kombat or something. Like, yep, I know. Capcom guy. Alright, but we can do these at least. Oh no. Oh no. We didn't even get a fatal. We didn't get a fatal, yo. Hold on. Run that back. Run it back. We need a new one. Run it back. Yo, run it back. No fatalities. I didn't blow the world up. I failed you all. I failed you all. But, you know, and then just like the other one before, you know, it plays hold on, bro. Hold on, look at Cyrex in the back. You gotta remember, block is up here. I was sitting there looking, I'm like, where is the block button? It's laid out like Mortal Kombat. And again, I didn't have to set in these keys. And then we can whatever, we did it. We put the input in. The game didn't give it to me. I don't care, right? But and yeah, even to Model 3. Now, Model 3 stuff you're gonna have a setup for. So, like, I can load Daytona. I can absolutely love Daytona, and I don't have a wheel in front of me. But you can configure a wheel. You can get in here. You can do the things. You know what I'm saying? And literally, it's ready to go. So you guys can see, yeah, no wheel because I don't have it hooked up. But you know, that being said, Star Wars Trilogy is on here. However, you do need to add another ROM because I found that ROM does not work. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. If you're looking for Sega Dreamcast, you can absolutely play that. And pretty much the whole freaking library is on here. So again, look, I'm not the guy to tell y'all what y'all should do or what y'all shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like literally, it's great. So scroll down DOA 2, and then there's different versions of it. Like there's a Japanese version, it's American, or that's Europe, and I think this is the American version. So DOA 2 again, graphically intensive. You play Soul Calibur, you press the start button, blah 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 blah. Play some story mode. Get my man Zach, make him look like a Teletubby real quick, you know. And it's just fun. Look, and there's no upscale. So wait, so this should be my block, right? Yep, that's the block. Sit down. Where's my high counter hold? And because it's and listen, that's not graphics, that's the game. That's the game. Because it's reflecting on his outfit. Maybe I shouldn't have picked Teletubby, right? See how it's more docile, more tuned out. And again, no configuration, it just loaded automatically, so that's something you guys want to keep in mind. Hold on, Lee Fang, hold on. Oh, good counter hold. Good counter hold, you ruined my perfect. Yeah, that was my perfect. That was my perfect. But you know what I mean? Like that was my perfect. But again, you guys, listen, it's good. It's really freaking good. Like, genuinely impressed with it. As you guys can see, this is a great build. It literally plays anything and everything. All the games from your memories past, you know, Model 2, Model 3. It literally has it all. As I'm scrolling through this, Bobby is providing this free for the community for you to download. Links will be in the description. And if you want Bobby to do it, like with all things, you know, I don't know, he might hit you with a fee or something else like that. I don't know, right? But literally, all you need is a 2 terabyte hard drive, an old PC. You don't have to get anything modern or new. You can just literally just grab a PC, have it be plug and play. And I recommend an internal hard drive, not an external. So that way you can just plug it in, be good to go. You don't have to worry about anything, and it's just ready. If you got a fight stick, or if you got a controller, you're set. You really don't need anything else. But, as always, let's answer the one question that was asked since the beginning of this whole thing. Will it run Killer Instinct? This is why I play KI2. That's why I don't play KI1. I play KI2. Fundamentals take me through. No.